Yeah. Step into the space between 0 and 1, where a state is not a switch, but a wave of what could come. Bra on the left,
Ket on the right,
and the quantum world starts speaking tonight. A right kept side, that is the state I hold. Not just a point, but a story untold. Alpha with 0, beta with 1, both in the mix till the measure is done. Not just this, not just that.
quantum truth does not move so fast.
It carries a phase, it carries a spark, like hidden lights moving deep through the dark. A Ket is the state standing tall in the space. A Bra is the question looking straight at its face. When they connect, you can feel what it meant. An amplitude rises from the experiment.
Bra meets Ket and the signal gets clear. The math of the quantum world pulls you near.
Not magic, not guessing, no trick, no threat, just the language of nature when Bra meets Ket.
Bra meets Ket, Ket meets Bra. Now the quantum world is not so far.
Psi in space,
Fear looks through, probability comes into view. Soft as light, deep as time.
possibility turns into a science.
Bra meets Ket, Ket meets Bra.
The hidden world tells us what we saw. Put phi on psi, let the inner product flow. That is how we see what the states really know. The answer is complex, but here is the key. It tells how close two states can be. Then Born steps in, it makes it real. Take the squared magnitude, that is the deal. From amplitude into chance, from silent waves into the dance. Operators move like gates in the night, turning the state with mathematical light. You on psi, new path, new frame. Quantum logic plays a different game. Hadamard opens the balance wide. Phase keeps rhythm on the other side. Poly can flip, rotate, and slide. Every matrix makes the state decide.
Bra meets Ket, Ket meets Bra. Now the quantum world is not so far.
Fly in space,
Fear looks through, probability comes into view. Soft as light, deep as time.
possibility turns into a science.
Bra meets Ket, Ket meets Bra.
The hidden world tells us what we saw.
You are not only 0.
You are not only 1.
You are the echo
Of what has not begun. That is the lesson, clean and bright. A Qubit is more than black and white. Not chaos, but structure, sharp and pure. Bra-Ket writes what the quantum states endure. Expectation value, let me make that clear. Bra psi, operator kept psi right here. That is how we ask what comes out on average, turning strange behavior into quantum language. Entanglement grows when states combine. Two separate systems share one design. One part alone may not explain the whole. The full state carries the deeper role. That is why Bra-Ket is compact and strong. It turns savvy math into a readable song. One symbol, one state, one question, one effect. And suddenly science has rhythm and respect.
Bra meets Ket, Ket meets Bra. Now the quantum world is not so far.
Science space,
Fear looks through, probability comes into view. Soft as light, deep as time.
possibility turns into a science.
Bra meets Ket, Ket meets Bra.
Now the language of quantum feels raw. Not just 0, not just 1.
Bra meets Ket, Ket meets Bra.
Bra-Ket shows where states all sprung. Ket is the state,
Bra is the view.
and when they meet,
The quantum world speaks back to you.